Hey there, internet, how's it going? I ran into one of the more stranger news stories this week. Apparently, Comcast isn't letting any of their paying customers who have PlayStation 3's and Xbox 360's use HBO Go for their system. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about like people who just don't have it and they just bought the app. I don't mean those people because, they're not necessarily really even using it anyway. Or, even if they were using it, they can't necessarily stream it, Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Everybody who doesn't have Comcast is actually streaming it. Everybody who does have Comcast, you have it as a service provider, and honestly, you do have it hooked up in your home. You can't run HBO Go from your consoles. And honestly, this is a thing in which that they pretty much just aren't necessarily getting on board with. When Sony was asked about it, they basically said, asked by Microsoft that we have nothing to do with that. We've already authorized the app. We basically have it on our systems, and pretty much we give it our full level of support. And everybody else from every other service provider, they do not have a problem with it. Whereas when they asked Comcast about it, they did kind of throw up a vague excuse of saying that with every single one of their things, they do kind of have to run some type of technical integration, which honestly, as people have constantly kept on asking them to possibly change it, they have been saying that they will look into it, and honestly, they really haven't done anything about it. Now, honestly, Sony just said, screw it, we're going to just put it on there. We're going to give it to our fans because they have been asking for it for a good while now, and will be on PlayStation 4 soon. And honestly, this does kind of seem like a thing in which that does kind of look at Comcast as, honestly, yes, it is a very popular service for a cable, but at the same time, it does kind of like paint them as like, your customers, your paying customers are actually asking for a service here, but yet you don't want to give it to them. This could honestly lead a few people to kind of like leave Comcast and possibly go to a different service provider just for, not just for this one thing, but possibly because of how this one thing is, and it could honestly grow into something completely different. So that's kind of the thing on that. So that's kind of what I got to say about that. What do you guys think about it? Please tell me that in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next John Graves show. I'm out. Sorry about that. I forgot to cut off the camera.